My name is Kay Schmidt. I am the board president of the Sequim Community Orchestra. One of the many things that we do is work with children's instruments. This is actually not one of our instruments. This is a borrowed cello that my daughter might play. It had some very, very old strings. Not just very old strings, uh, possibly not so great old strings. They, you can see here maybe. Let's see here. They're ancient. These are probably super flexibles from at least 10 years ago, maybe more than that. So we wanted to replace them, just see if the little cello sounded any better. Now, honestly, it did not sound terrible before, but it was clear that there were some problems, particularly on the low end, because when strings get really old, they do not hold their tune as you play them. So we're going to do some stuff, Christmas music, yay, on the old strings, and then we're going to switch in the new strings. I will note, I am not a cellist. I am a violinist. That actually makes this job a little bit easier because this is a teeny tiny cello. It may not be quite obvious, but here's my hand. Like, cellos should not be this small. It's just so small. This is an 8th size Suzuki, which is more like a 10th if you were in any other instruments, because Suzukis are funny like that. So yeah, teeny tiny cello actually makes a pretty decent sound. It's going to sound a whole lot better, we hope, with new strings. So these are the strings that we're going to put on it. These are Larsen Auroras. They're only a few years old. They haven't been making them for very long, and there are not very many reviews of the Larsen Auroras, and they come in fractional sizes, which not all the strings come in fractional sizes, and of the ones that do, many of them were created in the last few years. So I find it very interesting to see how these particular fractional strings are going to treat this cello. Okay, so that did not go as we had hoped. The C string, when we tried to put it on, the interior broke. The exterior winding just sort of came undone, but the interior is trashed. So we had to leave on the C string, and we have on the new A, D, and G. So you can hear them. They sound pretty nice. So the C is the same scale. We're still going to start on the C string. And you can actually hear at the beginning. So this is what happens when your strings are too old. Listen carefully. It's sort of warbles, which is super great. So you have to be super gentle with them when they're very old. Make the D string try and warble. Or sorry, G string. It does not warble. Well, a little warble, but not much at all. Versus, yeah. So I think that there isn't a conclusion at this point. I would like to have a happy ending, but it's good to have the warble gone off of the strings that definitely had it before. The G was warbling really badly. C still warbles because we couldn't replace it because it broke. We did request a replacement from Char. We'll see how that goes. They do have some possibility of that, but it's possible we could just be out because, well, strings break. So we'll see. I think the sound is really interesting and it'll probably warm up as time goes on. It's a little drier and maybe more brilliant than the previous strings, which is not my personal taste in strings, but over time that changes. It's definitely a more resonant tone compared to the old strings, which I hope you can tell. And that's all I really got to offer. I hope that was somewhat informative. The old strings will be happy to be gone because they were sad and didn't keep their tune anymore.